Hi, welcome to another episode of Go Bros. I'm Philip.
And I'm Luke, and I've always wanted to be a ninja.
And in this episode, we're going to figure out how to do that in our first episode where we actually wear the Oculus Quest.
That's right. I'm very excited. You all may have heard about this thing called the Oculus Quest. I know it may come as a surprise, but everybody's using it. You have to check out. We'll put a link in the description for some of our other videos as well. You got to check out when we talked about the whole what's the future of the Go and where it's going to be with the Quest. But I'm really excited to be able to demo both. So we've got a couple different reviews we'll be doing in the future for both the Quest and the Go. But today is our first dive into 6 degrees of freedom on the Oculus Quest.
And Go users, don't turn this off because we're going to have some great insights for those users who have the Go. And we'll talk about what we like about the experience on the Quest, if there's anything similar to it on the Go. So stick around. You'd still probably enjoy this episode.
Absolutely. And you're probably going to get a Quest in the future anyway, so you should keep watching.
Yeah, one day. So should we put the headsets on, Luke?
Let's do it.
All right. Hi, as you can see, we got our headsets on, and we're just jumping straight to the multiplayer section. Good news, if you ever have to reinstall this game and you it takes you to the tutorial, it says, would you like to go to the tutorial sim? And the only option it gives you is yes, which is really annoying. So I had to click yes because I just got my new Quest because my other one I had to send back. But then I was able to lift my left hand, click on the settings, and come here to the dojo, and so we're able to do multiplayer. So if I want to look at my friends list, I can see everyone who's online, which there's Luke right there at the top. And there's my beautiful family that's incomplete because we don't have our second daughter in there. But I'm going to go to host game. I really love the Subway, so I'm going to do Subway. My only objection is Shogun Assassination, and I'm going to set this room for private so that just Luke can come in. And I'll leave it as at normal difficulty because I'm not very good yet. I don't know how much Luke's been playing. How much you been playing, Luke?
I'm pretty much a ninja.
Are you? All right. All right, so let's see. I have the room open. Whoa. It was a private room, and you came right in.
Because I'm your friend.
Okay.
Okay, so here's something I kind of wanted to... The uniqueness about this ninja game in particular. Okay, so you can adjust your loadouts and customize this a lot, but you're more than just a ninja. You're
a girl.
Well, yeah, and you're a ninja who's not just using swords. So I've got here on my sides these 2 pistols, which is totally awesome. And then, in addition to that, behind my back, I got this thing. Okay, that's just cool.
Not many ninjas carry guns.
That's right. And then back here, I got these 2 things.
Oh dang!
And you can. What's really cool about this is I can say, you know what? I don't want that, but I want this. So now I can have any combination of weapons I'd like to have because they're all holstered in different parts of my body. So you can actually change your loadout any time by clicking on loadout. And you have all different types of things. So you can change your weapons, your loadout. You can save different things depending on the type of mission you're going to do. These are my particular favorites. This is kind of a fun weapon, but what do we call them? The sickle and chain. I haven't used that one yet, but this is my particular favorite load that you're seeing right now. But you got all kinds of choices up here, including like throwing knives. There's this bow and arrow, which I don't know if you've used that, Philip, but that bow and arrow is
didn't know it existed.
Deadly. Yeah, it is deadly. Here, let me just I'll equip it real quick. I'll put it on my lower back. Well, let me do that. Select. Nope, I gotta do it here. Okay.
I can't get my laser back out.
So here, oh, that's not it. There's my bow and arrow. So you gotta have 2 hands. It's extremely deadly. I got 63 arrows. Goes right through your teammates, which is nice. There's no friendly fire. It does shoot very, very straight. You can do sideways shooting as well. The downside of this is it's not fast. It is extremely deadly if you get a headshot with this, but not fast at all. So yeah, what do you got?
Real quick, I'm going in. Oh snap! On your controllers, are you using free movement?
Yes.
To where you use the joystick to move around, or are you teleporting?
I teleport. The joystick makes me like do a quick 90-degree turn, but I don't use the free movement.
All right, my left one I move free, and my right one does the snap turn. But I can't remember. I'm gonna look at my settings later because I could have sworn I had it before, to where my right one turned me around slowly and not snap. So I haven't played this in forever. So Luke, if you want to watch me, I'm going to jump up the wall right here on the screen in front. I'm going to go the other direction here. So I'm going to jump up on the wall, and it can do a double jump, and then I'm going to run along the wall, continue to run along the wall. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do in this game. I don't know why I'm moving so slow. But I can also do a big tall jump, and I can go in slow motion. And so on Luke's end, I'm in this bubble when I go in slow motion, right?
Right. And I will say one of the things that's really cool about this game is it can do all this stuff, but to watch your character do it, it looks very broken.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah, so it's very ragdoll-ish. Like even when I was watching Luke pull out his guns and use his bow and arrows, kind of ragdoll-y, but who cares? Game's wicked fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. So let's go ahead and dive in, shall we?
All right.
That is one of the attributes about this game is we didn't really hit on it yet. You did talk a little bit about it, but the slow motion aspect is key, and I wondered how they would do that with multiplayer, that we can each slow down time. But we can slow down time and kind of go into like bullet time mode, and it's really kind of a cool maneuver.
Yeah, and so it's co-op. Like there is no head-to-head in this game as far as I know. Everything is co-op. So because we're ninjas, and there goes Luke jumping across, you can kind of be stealthy. Because you don't want the baddies to see you. Oh, I have to get a weapon out, though. Otherwise, I'm going to be in trouble. Stabby, stabby, stabby. I'm moving really slow, though. I don't know why I'm moving so slow.
There we go.
Ah! Oh, wrong weapon.
Ooh, more health. Yeah.
Oh, dang! I've not played it so long! Really, though, jumping from side to side is so much fun. Alright, let's pull out.
Oh!
Pull out some real guns here. I'm gonna squat down. Oh, when you squat down, you can do a slide maneuver. Oh, this is the boss.
Oh,
stabby,
no wonder
stabby,
he's so hard to
stabby,
kill.
stabby, stabby. Boy, I have to relearn this game. It's only been like a week.
Don't forget your slide maneuver.
How do I just teleport forward? Oh, dang it. Rather than jump.
You just, I don't think you can.
Where's my sword? There it is. I'm so gonna die. Run! There we go. All right.
Whoa, getting shot. Going up.
Ah. I want to slide on one of these. I'm going to slide on this guy. I'm going to try to. Look at this. The guy's in slow motion now because he's in Luke's bubble. And... Did I slide through to tackle him?
I don't think we've
Stabby,
seen the
stab.
boss yet. I think we're close.
Oh, I just have a gun in that hand. Oh, I'm inside your bubble now. I personally am a fan of the swords. The different bad guys have different... I look like a moron playing this right now.
I just hit my green screen really hard. It's hard to do that with this game being at such close quarters.
Yeah, Right now, I'm dead. I'm reviving in 10 seconds. So the different bad guys have different strategies to kill them. For one thing that I've noticed, and every now and then, like loading screens, it'll give you tips. One thing I've noticed is the robot things, the little gun turrets. They go down with like one swipe of the sword. It's a health box. I think I'll take that. What are you guys doing?
Reloading? You shake your guns to reload.
I don't think it's shaking. You just have to lift them up.
I tell you how you set it up. I have mine set up for you to shake it. Or shake down.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
Stabby, stabby, stabby. I am doing so horrible at this game. Alright, since you're doing better, I'm going to get my guns, and I'm going to try taking down all these turrets.
Ooh, there's a super sword right here.
I didn't know you could pick up stuff in the game.
Whoa, getting shot from behind.
My aim seems to be a bit... my Quest controllers too much.
I don't know if I can pick up that weapon or not. So this is multiplayer. I love this game.
Oh, my controllers are going like completely wonky. Shoot the guy! Because I love alliteration in the mobile virtual reality Discord, formerly known as the community, I keep wanting to set up Sairento Saturdays because I love alliteration. Just like we got mini golf Mondays, where we can all hop in and play Sairento on Saturdays. But you might see you can play this game like a ninja, or you can play this game like a gun-wielding maniac, or a combination of both.
So now, one of the things that you can do in this game, for those of you who really have no issue with motion sickness at all, the game does have a setting in there to where, as a ninja would, you can flip over your enemy and then stop time. It'll automatically stop time in slow motion as you flip over them. That made me a little nauseous because the floor became the ceiling. So in order to activate that mode, you would, kill that guy. You would have to put your hand over your head and it instantly puts you into a spin. But when you do that, it slows down time for you automatically, and it gives you the ability to shoot your enemy from basically from on top of his head. But it does give a lot of nausea because of that.
There's my slide. All right. That's the slide maneuver, although he didn't go down. I don't know if there's a way to block that guy's attacks. I really gotta practice this game more.
Okay, so I feel like we've demoed quite a bit.
Yeah, because I'm not doing well. It's gonna take us forever to beat this. So
yeah,
you want to take the headsets off? You are carrying me. Let's take our headsets off and talk about it.
Okay.
All right, as you can see, we've taken our headsets off. Luke, I feel like you've had the most playtime in this game between the two of us. So let's go with you first. What are your thoughts?
So my demo this time was a little rough because whenever I'm setting up my green screen and had the studio set up, my floor space is much more limited. When I play this, I typically play it downstairs in the living room. I move everything out of the way. So I have a huge open floor plan, which is a lot of fun. And I can spin around a lot more and not worry about hitting the green screen. So the play was a little bit different this time. But overall, I think it's a lot of fun. I would have thought it would have made me sick with everything going on and slowing down time, but it doesn't. It works really, really well. This is a perfect game for something like 6 Degrees of Freedom. And the fact that they give you a lot of control on how you move your character right from the beginning, just something you have to earn. You don't have to work your way up to do this. You know, we talked about Vendetta Online, a couple of the episodes that aired fairly recently, and before you can do anything multiplayer in that, you have to like level up a lot. And that's kind of a bummer. And this one, right from the beginning, you can start customizing your loadouts, customizing your gameplay, customizing your bodysuits, and then it has a lot more customization after you do single player missions. And so I think right from the very beginning, it starts off a lot of fun. I did try with the hand over your head to have it do a spin, and it was a cool look, but I could not play the whole game that way. So the advantage of that is when you're spinning over somebody, you can keep shooting straight, but you're above you, so that you don't have to keep pointing at the ground. But I'd rather have the ground stay on the ground. Like 6 degrees of freedom is great because you can move around the space. But if you start making the ground the ceiling, that really so feel free to play around with that, but I could not handle that. That was just like, ugh, and I kept getting lost right with that. But for a multiplayer game, it's a lot of fun. When we played this, before you got worse, there, we actually killed the boss at one point.
Yeah. Well, and also we weren't doing it on normal. We were doing it on the setting before that. Yeah. But even then, it's only like an 8% difference or something like that.
Right. Yep.
One thing I meant to do before we started recording this episode is I really wanted to get on YouTube and search Sairento Perfect Run, because I am sure there are people out there who have completely mastered this and are able to get through an entire level without dying. Wouldn't blow my mind at all. And this is one of those games that it's fun right out of the get-go. Some people might find it frustrating. They might claim something's broken because they can't do a certain thing. But there is you got to learn to do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, they put you in a tutorial and they teach you enough to get around. But they do not teach you strategy in this game at all. Yeah. They don't teach you which weapons are best for which guys. When I found the bow and arrow that was not part of the tutorial, they did not teach me how to use it. When I found it, I realized how deadly it was. But also, it's kind of realistic because I'm sure a bow and arrow is quite deadly if you can get a shot off, And so I would imagine that as you start going through different levels, you would adjust your loadout depending on who you're fighting, where you're fighting, when you're fighting, and things like that. It has a lot of challenge to it, which is what I like in a game. I like there to be challenged, but not so much that I just give up playing. Like I feel like this found that sweet spot where you can just pick it up and play, but if you put a little effort into it, you can really have a lot of fun.
And I mean, this was fun from day one. The tutorial was kind of not fun. It wasn't horrible. I mean, it was a good tutorial, but it's one of those things where you're like, I just really want to get into the game. But if you try to skip the tutorial and you've never played this before, you're gonna be in a world of hurt because you need the tutorial. You need to learn the basics.
And I was that guy that decided to not do the tutorial the first time. I went back into the tutorial. I'm like, this is impossible. Okay, I will say that, right? Some people may feel like it is glitchy or it's too hard. If you don't take the tutorial, you will find this to be impossible because there are some things you got to learn, like how to run on a wall, how to do a slide, how to slow down time. Like those are the things that, the tutorial is going to help a lot with that.
Yeah, and that's probably going to be the future of VR. There's going to be a lot less. Here's a game, here's controls, you're the master already. I mean, you'll get better, but you've got all the controls mastered because you can push an A button, you can push a B button. VR is not going to be like that. And there's for sure going to be some games, but VR is now opening up that thing to where it's going to be closer to real life to where, if you want to go play basketball, you're going to miss a lot of shots. You'd have to play a lot of basketball or practice a lot to get good at shooting a basketball. It's going to be the same thing. I mean, shoot, if you go play in Rec Room and go do the gym and try to shoot a basketball there, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while because you have to figure out how you have to move your arm to make a basket go in. Yep. And the other cool thing about this app is some people might be a little concerned. Well, there's no head-to-head. Well, the way this game is if there was head-to-head multiplayer, you would lose some of the mechanics.
Yeah,
that slow motion aspect. A lot of the stuff would never be timed right. And the other cool thing about the way they've done it to where it's co-op multiplayer is you can play with anybody at any skill level.
That's exactly true. Yeah, and I think that's a huge advantage to this game. I do love co-op multiplayer games. Out of all multiplayer games, co-op are my favorite. I know that is probably not the most popular opinion based off the type of games I see in the stores, but I love it. I think that this game needs to be that. yeah, if you did head to head, you'd lose all the bullet time stuff. It just wouldn't be possible.
And I haven't seen it. There's not really a story in this, right? Like, even when you're playing single player, it's like these missions just randomly pop up. And you have to
Right.
decide quickly which mission you want to do because there's timers on them. It's like
Yeah.
if you don't pick it fast enough, it's gone. So that's a
Yep.
very unique thing about this game, too.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I did find one issue in the single player where I was playing a single player mission and it was on a huge map, huge. I mean, like it was, again, everything's to scale, right? Room scale. And this was a factory and it was
Oh, I
the
know that one.
full factory.
It was huge.
And I got to the point where it's like, I killed everybody. And I'm like, so now what? Like the game never ended. So there had to have been a bad guy stuck somewhere. So then it became a game of hide and seek. Like I had to find the bad guy. I'm like, I thought they were supposed to be fighting me. So it kind of put me on the offensive instead of the defensive, which was maybe it's a feature, but it felt like a bug. I never did find the guy.
Not a bug, it's a feature.
I never found the baddie.
Oh no. So for those of you who don't have a Quest yet, and you've been sticking around because you have a Go and you just like the show, compare this to, like, let's say the only game that comes to mind that you could even get close to comparing Sairento to is maybe Firezone, just because of the gun aspect.
Yeah.
How would you compare this to Firezone, Luke, as far as the fun level?
Again, for me, co-op multiplayer is always, if there's a co-op multiplayer option, that always wins. Firezone does have a few of those as an option, but it's always versus. But still, then I have a team. I love having a team, and so I do like that. You obviously don't get bullet time, but there's a lot of different play modes in Firezone that you can enter into, and everybody gets to kind of vote on. I would say that there's a lot of similarities between them. I mean, obviously there are also a whole lot of differences, but
Sure.
I have just as much fun playing both, honestly.
Yeah, and that's kind of the whole reason why we felt comfortable starting to review some Quest games, because we still love the Go. I mean, we have a Go game we're going to be testing. We might be testing today, and we'll be recording today. I mean, there's still a lot of great experiences in the Go. We just recently started playing Blaze Rush again. I finally tried playing it on my gamepad, and we are going to beat those stinking bots in Blaze Bowl and Blaze Rush. So if you don't have a Quest yet, and you're looking at this Sairento, and it looks amazing, the only reason I would say go buy a Quest because you can get Sairento is it's just the player base at this point.
Yeah.
This is an amazing game, but if the same player base was here as it was on the, as you know, if this player base from the Quest was on the Go, you wouldn't really feel the need to upgrade to the Quest if you were into looking for multiplayer games, because Firezone would be amazing. There would always be someone to play with in multiplayer. It's got built-in VoIP. And like Luke said, the co-op aspect, I mean, if Luke and I wanted to, we could go play Firezone versus bots, and we've done that, and it's fun. But the Quest is just, there's nothing we can do about it. That's just where all the players are moving, because people don't see the Go as a gaming device. But it is, dang it.
Yeah.
It is.
Absolutely.
But I would say for Sairento, those of you who are Go users, I still wouldn't say buy a Quest for Sairento. It's a great game, but I'll be your friend on the Go. If you need somebody to play with a game on the Go, just let me know, and I'll play with you.
And if you want to kill some baddies on Sairento, I'm your guy.
Yeah, and still, this is really a great price point, though. On the Quest, a lot of games are over $20. This is, I think, 14, 15, something like that.
So it's on the lower end as far as Quest games are concerned.
Sure. So if you got a Quest, buy this game. It's a no-brainer to buy this game. For the dollar amount you're spending and what you're getting, it is such a great experience.
Absolutely.
Such a great experience. So definitely a keeper. We always talk about if we're going to keep it or delete it, but with Quest games, we're probably always going to keep them, because we're going to make sure we do a lot of research before we drop $30 for a game.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, this is definitely a keep for me. It's a lot of fun, and I'll be playing it a lot.
Yeah.
Any outgoing thoughts?
Yeah, it's a keep for me as well. It is a lot of fun. We want to encourage you to visit our Patreon page, gobros.tv. We've still got a lot of great perks going on up there, and would love and appreciate any support that you guys have to offer. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment below and tell us what you think, if you've played this before, or if this is something that you would play if you got the Quest.
Awesome. And of course, I'm live streaming on Twitch a couple times throughout the week. It's been a lot of exercise videos lately because I'm exercising more than I'm gaming, really. But it's still been exercising using VR. But I can see that if we start doing a Sairento Saturday, I will be doing some Sairento live streaming on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/Philip from GoBros. So thanks for tuning in to another episode of GoBros. I'm Philip.
And I'm Luke, and we will see you next time.